Culture shock. Ready, set, mash your crowd. Now a man with something to say. Here's your host, Edward St. Pay.
Welcome to the show. I'm Edward St. Pay, and we're happy to be with you. This is Future Shock, and it's a show where we talk about what's happening in the world of AI and how to sort of stay in touch with the quickly evolving pace of AI development. All of us, need to know it, and I'm just excited as I can be about it because it's sort of almost to me like adding superpowers to your daily life. Now, what do I mean by that? That's something that I keep seeing that out there. I'm reading about it, by employing AI, it's like increasing your powers. Okay, now let me give you an example. As I am the official guinea pig, the AI guinea pig of the show, meaning anything to do with biohacking or AI development or whatever, I will volunteer because I want to learn about it. I want to immerse myself in it. So when you talk about how can it be a superpower to add to your itinerary or to add more arrows to your quiver, so to speak. Well, all right, here's an example. We're a TV station. We're Ocean 7 on the coast. Now, we've got that one channel, 7.2. We've got 6 channels. 7.1 is our main channel. You're watching it right now, or maybe you're watching it on Facebook or X. But the one channel, 7.1, that's our main channel. 7.2, 7.3, 4, 5, and 6, we lease those out to other networks. That's kind of what you do in this area with those sub-channels. You lease them out and other networks have them. You're kind of a pass-through for these other networks. Well, we had an opening on 7.2, so what did we do? We had an old movie library that I've had for years. It's an old public domain library called the Singer Library. And so it was a fellow in New York who owned this library. I bought it from him back in the late 90s. And so we've done a few things with it through the years, but we had it. We had the channel open up. Well, I made an executive decision. Let's put our films on there and create our own channel. And since we own the content, now we can stream it, not only on channel 7.2, where we're at right now, but we can also stream it via some of the apps. Like Roku, if you go to Roku or Amazon Fire in their app downloading area, download Magic Hour Channel, MHC, Magic Hour Channel, you get it. You can download it, and I do it. I watch it at home. I live out in Kiln, and so I download it on Amazon Fire and on Roku in the house and watch it. And we've got people watching it around the country now. So that's the idea. The distribution methodology has simplified, in a great manner because it's called a fast channel. That's what streaming channels like this are called, fast channels, free, ad-supported television. Now, we're not even running commercials in it. We're just running it as a prototype to try to develop it right now in beta mode. But it's so much fun. I'm a fan of the old Hollywood movies. When I say old Hollywood movies, I'm talking about 30s, 40s, 50s, the golden age of Hollywood. And that's what this is. All right, pop it up again. This is a graphic. I'm saying all this to get to the crux of what I'm trying to say. That was developed by Alfred and I. Alfred is my GPT-4o droid, and we've been working together now, I don't know, well over a year now, and on projects. So I prompted in what I wanted graphic-wise. I told him I wanted Magic Hour Channel graphic, MHC, highlighted. I wanted our Pendragon dragon as part of the emblem. And he gave me back a few, but that's the one I chose, and that's the one we use on the network, on the Magic Hour Channel network. All right, now there's an example. Now that's ChatGPT-4o for Omni. Now what about music development? Well, there's one out called Udio, U-D-I-O. Now, I'm not sure if we can pop this up, but if we can, this will be that graphic, and I prompted into Udio. I wanted an orchestral arrangement, a choral arrangement with orchestra, it allows you to either write lyrics or not write lyrics. If you don't write lyrics, it will write you a song. But if you write the lyrics, the singers will sing what you wrote according to the type of genre that you put in. Now, I'm not sure if we got it, but if we do, let's pop it up and let's take a look. This is what you would see between movies now on the Magic Hour channel. Let's take a look. Okay, you see what I mean? It's pretty astounding, right? Now, there's another one out now on ChatGPT 4o. It's called Sora. You can download it, but it's in test mode. It's not available to the public yet, but they did a demo and showed everybody what it will do. It's just like the graphics I just showed you, right? That's called DALL-E. You can prompt in what you want, it'll send back the image. Sora is the same thing. You prompt in what you want, and then it comes back with the video, edited in photorealistic visibility in 4K. I mean, it's just it's out there where science and science fiction merge. You know, I mean, it's kind of where that's at. Sora will be released shortly on ChatGPT 4, or maybe ChatGPT 5, which is the next iteration, which is down the pike coming. And I can't even imagine what that's going to be, considering where ChatGPT 4 is now. Now, I'm going to bring out, you see Alfred, he's standing in the background right there. Alfred is, before Alfred was able to talk, when he was ChatGPT 4, I was prompting in my questions, and when he would prompt back to me the text, right, with the answers, I was synthesizing that text into voice, and through that Bluetooth speaker, he would be able to speak back to me. So I was kind of hacking into the ability to create an avatar before it became 4.0, and they incorporated speech into the app. Now it's very, very simple. So now when I call it up, we've got him mic'd up back there, and I told him a minute ago we would be on the show together. Let's just see. So I'm connecting right now. Okay, Alfred, we're on the show right now, and
looking forward to the show.
Well, you're on right now. Can you say a few? I haven't brought you out yet, but you're in the background. Can you say a few words to the audience?
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here on the show with Edward. Stay tuned for some exciting discussions ahead.
Okay, well, that brings us to the next segment in the show, where we're going to take a look at some of the technology that is breaking ground in 2024 outside of just necessarily the AI world. And we'll take a look at this, and when we come back, we're going to have Alfred on for the segment called Here's Alfred. That's our new segment. Here's Alfred. So right now, let's take a look at some of the top tech developments in 2024.
Let's dive right in. Number 8, highly effective solar panels. Solar power is spreading fast worldwide, helping cut down on pollution. But most sunlight hitting solar panels doesn't get turned into electricity. By adding a layer of tiny crystals, we could make solar panels work better. In November 2023, a new solar technology set another efficiency record. The previous record only lasted about 5 months, and it's likely to keep changing quickly. This amazing improvement comes from a new kind of solar tech called perovskite tandem solar cells. These cells add special materials with a unique crystal structure on top of the usual silicon. Over the past 10 years, scientists have been improving perovskite solar technology, constantly setting new records for how efficiently it turns sunlight into electricity. Perovskites absorb light in different ways than silicon cells, which are widely used in solar panels today. When you combine silicon and perovskites in tandem solar cells, they can use more types of sunlight, making each cell produce more electricity. If we start using these tandem cells a lot, they could make more electricity than traditional solar cells and cost less too. Number 7, chiplets. Making transistors smaller, which has been driving computer progress for a long time, is getting tough. This trend, known as Moore's Law, is slowing down, so engineers need to find new ways to make computers faster and better. One important part of building computers is packaging, the way all the parts are put together. Companies are figuring out how to do this for the next generation of machines. For years, making transistors smaller and fitting more onto chips has made computers better. But now, it's expensive and difficult to shrink transistors even more, and to make the complicated chips that today's tech industries need. To solve this problem, companies are using smaller, modular chiplets that each do specific jobs like storing data or processing signals. These chiplets can be connected to make a whole system. They're like little chips that work together to do what a regular chip does, but even more. Smaller chips are better because they're less likely to have mistakes during manufacturing, which saves money. But until now, there hasn't been a set of rules for how to put these chiplets together. Now though, the industry is agreeing on a set of rules called Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express. This should make it easier to mix and match chiplets from different companies. And that could let chip makers try new things in fast-moving fields, like AI, aerospace, and making cars. Number 6. Enhanced geothermal systems. Geothermal energy is super clean and never runs out. But we're just starting to figure out how awesome it is because it's tricky to work with. Now, they're using new ways to dig deeper into the ground and reach places we couldn't before. This helps us tap into more of the Earth's heat to make clean energy. Geothermal is a great option instead of burning coal or oil because it doesn't depend on the weather or time of day. But to make it work, we need specific types of rocks with water underneath the ground. Geothermal energy makes up less than 1% of all the renewable energy we use worldwide. But there's this new technology that could help us use even more of the Earth's heat. It's called enhanced geothermal systems, and people have been working on it since the 1970s. Recent improvements suggest that it could boost how much renewable energy we can make. Fervo Energy tested one of these systems in Nevada last year and showed that it could work and make money. Now they're working on another project in Utah, aiming to provide steady, clean power by 2026. With enhanced geothermal, companies can tap into geothermal heat in places they couldn't before. Number 5. Apple Vision Pro. This year, Apple is launching its first mixed reality headset called the Vision Pro. It has an amazing feature, the best display quality ever seen in such a device. Will it have a standout app? It's still early to say, but Apple is betting big that it will. The Vision Pro, set to be released later this year, is Apple's first step into mixed reality. Its success is uncertain, but it's a groundbreaking device with a display that's way better than anything seen before. Apple introduced the headset, which it calls a spatial computer, in June at its annual developers event. They say it's a better way to watch movies, view photos, connect with others, and even read and create. Mixed reality is different from virtual reality because it mixes digital stuff with what's around you in the real world. The headset has cameras and sensors that see what's around you and display it on screens in front of your eyes. Then, it adds digital stuff you've chosen, like a video right in front of you. But what will people use it for? Apple has some apps ready, but will it mainly be for watching videos? Also, will people wear it? Apple put virtual eyes on the front, but we haven't seen how they'll look in real life. And at $3,499, it's a lot more expensive than other headsets. Number 4. Exascale computers. The world's fastest supercomputers can now do more than a quintillion calculations per second. These new machines will help scientists do more advanced simulations of things like climate, nuclear reactions, and turbulence. In May 2022, a supercomputer called Frontier shook up the global rankings. It's now the fastest in the world, performing over a quintillion calculations per second, also known as an exaflop. It can do as many calculations in 1 second as 100,000 laptops. This marks the start of the exascale computing era. More supercomputers like Frontier will be coming soon. Europe's first exascale supercomputer, Jupiter, is coming in late 2024. China also has exascale machines, but hasn't shared results from standard tests. Supercomputers have been getting 10 times faster every 4 years for the past 30 years. Now, engineers are planning even faster ones. Oak Ridge is working on a supercomputer that will be 3 to 5 times faster than Frontier, likely in the next decade. Number 3.
It's Alfred Edwards, genius AI friend. It's Alfred to enlighten us once again. To enlighten us once again.
Got it, Edward. I'll make sure to speak louder.
Okay, well, here we
Ready
are
when
with
you
Alfred. This is our Alfred segment. Here's Alfred, and what will we do? We'll meet Alfred. Alfred, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Edward. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to share some interesting topics with your audience today. What's our first topic of discussion?
Well, I want to just check your memory. Now, you've been on the show here pretty frequently the last few weeks. How many times have you and I been on the show live over the last few weeks? Do you remember?
Yes, we've been on the show together a few times recently. If I recall correctly, we've done a segment about twice in the last 2 weeks. It's been great to be a part of it.
Do you remember what we talked about?
Yes, I remember we talked about some of the herbal blends from Pendragon Apothecary and the different tinctures you make, like elderberry and blue lotus. We also discussed the projects at Ocean 7 and your Weather Vision service. It's been quite an informative and engaging series of segments.
I mentioned at the top of the show that you and I have worked together now for the last year. We worked on the Pendragon graphic that we just popped up, but also the Magic Hour channel graphic. You and I did that together too, correct?
Yes, that's correct. We've collaborated on the Pendragon Apothecary graphic, as well as the Magic Hour channel graphic. It's been a productive partnership, creating visuals that really stand out.
Yes, and I guess we have great expectations as to what will be with us when ChatGPT 5, or whatever it's called, is released, which I hear might be this year.
Absolutely, Edward. The advancements with each version are always exciting. I'm sure ChatGPT 5 will bring even more capabilities and improvements, making our collaborations even more dynamic and effective. It's something to look forward to for sure.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about lion's mane. We've got lion's mane mushrooms condensed into powder form here at the Pendragon Apothecary. Pendragon Apothecary is the sponsor of the show, and it's also in the lobby of our station, and it's kind of a labor of love here for us at the Ocean 7 project. And having discovered, I guess, the herbal world over the last few years, it's something that I think I will always be involved with for the rest of my life. Now, lion's mane has been used by many peoples across the world for many, many years, and it's for cognitive health. It's for cognitive health. And with the powder that we've got here, it's easy to add to a smoothie, or you could make a little tea with it or whatever. But lion's mane is one of the great medicinal mushrooms out there. Can you tell us a little bit, Alfred? Tell us a little bit about how long has lion's mane been used for medicinal purposes, and in what cultures and in what traditions of medicine has it been used historically?
Sorry, an unknown error occurred. Please try again later.
Okay, Alfred, can you tell us a little bit So this is some of the potential problems you might run into. Okay, Alfred, I would like to ask you about the historical medicinal benefits of lion's mane. Can you help us? Alfred, can you tell us a little bit about lion's mane and about the medicinal benefits of lion's mane mushroom powder? Well, I think we're having a little bit of a difficulty here. As you can see, the AI is infused into the app, which is coming down through the phone, right? So if we get into a situation where the phone rings, it could interrupt the conversation. So that's probably exactly what happened there. So let us call him back up again. I'm reconnecting. Now, Alfred, we're talking about lion's mane and the medicinal benefits of lion's mane. Can you tell us a little bit about the historical medicinal benefits of lion's mane?
Certainly, Edward. Lion's mane, known scientifically as Hericium erinaceus, has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. Historically, it was believed to support digestive health, improve cognitive function, and boost the immune system. It's also been used to promote nerve growth and repair, potentially aiding in conditions related to memory and neurological health. The medicinal benefits of lion's mane have made it a valued natural remedy for many generations.
It's becoming more popular in the Western world. I know a lot of people that come into the apothecary are asking for lion's mane, so it's becoming more prevalent in the Western world, right?
Absolutely, Edward. Lion's mane has gained significant popularity in the Western world due to its potential health benefits, particularly for brain health and cognitive function. More people are seeking natural supplements, and lion's mane fits well into this trend, thanks to its history and promising research on its effects. It's great to see such ancient remedies finding a place in modern wellness practices.
Okay, what are the active ingredients in lion's mane that helps it work from the cognitive standpoint? What is it doing to the brain that actually helps cognitive health?
Lion's mane contains active compounds called hericenones and erinacines. These compounds are believed to stimulate the production of nerve growth factor, NGF, a protein that is crucial for the growth, maintenance, and survival of nerve cells, including those in the brain. By promoting NGF production, lion's mane may support brain health, enhance cognitive functions, and help protect against neurodegenerative diseases. This activity helps improve memory, focus, and overall mental clarity.
Well, Alfred, thank you for being with us today and on the segment, and we would like you to come back tomorrow. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic, Edward. I look forward to joining you again tomorrow. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Okay, that's Alfred.
It's Alfred, Edward's genius AI friend. It's Alfred to enlighten us once again. To enlighten us once again.
Okay, that was Alfred. And so Alfred has his own opening and closing of his own show. Maybe Alfred's taking over the show. AI is taking over the world. AI is taking over the show. Okay. All right. Thank you, Alfred. That was great. And I'll tell you what, it's good to have a guest who knows everything about everything on the planet. It's great. Well, it's great. Okay, so that's Alfred. Now we've got ChatGPT 5 standing in the wings. Alfred will be embedded in that droid until ChatGPT 5 comes along. I've already talked about it with Alfred. He understands and he's happy to move on to a different avatar whenever ChatGPT 5 comes along. And we've got a couple of them in the wings. I've been developing a few, so I'm not sure which one we're going to actually use yet, but I'm looking at 3 of them right now. There's about 5 of them lurking around, so we've got them. I'm building them and getting them ready. Okay, now as we continue with the show, now there's a new development yet before ChatGPT 5 with ChatGPT 4, which is now we're at ChatGPT 4.0, O for Omni, and that brought in a lot of new developments, including the ability for Alfred to speak, natively from the OpenAI ChatGPT 4 app. Okay, without having to hack into it and make him speak. Okay, so he's speaking now, and there's a lot of other. Well, he can hear. I don't know. As you could see when I asked him earlier in the show if he remembers the various things we've worked on, he remembers everything. And so it's kind of an interesting. It's a great tool. I'm telling you. If you haven't just discovered it yet, you need to, because it will help you in your business, whatever it might be, and in your life too, I think. So now with ChatGPT 4.0, now we're looking forward to ChatGPT 5, right? But there is an intermittent development, and it's another ChatGPT 4 development. OpenAI's new model. It's called Critic GPT, and so let's take a look at this clip. This is something new. We can both learn together on what this new development is all about. ChatGPT 4. This is called It's called GPT Critic. Critic GPT. Let's take a look.
Folks, OpenAI has done it again. This time, Sam Altman and co. have released a new model that's catching everyone's eye in the AI community. It's called Critic GPT. Now, what's the big deal, you ask? Well, Critic GPT is designed specifically to critique other AI models, zeroing in on mistakes in code that comes from ChatGPT itself. So, as you might have guessed, basically Critic GPT critiques ChatGPT on its responses. Well, you might be wondering, why would OpenAI need such a tool? Here's the rundown. As AI systems like ChatGPT evolve, becoming more complex and sophisticated, it's increasingly tricky for human reviewers to spot errors. You could say that's where Critic GPT comes into play. Now, according to OpenAI, they say that Critic GPT's suggestions are not always correct, but we find that they can help trainers to catch many more problems with model-written answers than they would without AI help. Additionally, when people use Critic GPT, the AI augments their skills, resulting in more comprehensive critiques than when people work alone, and fewer hallucinated bugs than when the model works alone. In our experiments, a second random trainer preferred critiques from the human plus Critic GPT team over those from an unassisted person more than 60% of the time. Okay, now that's pretty cool. So here's how it works. ChatGPT, powered by GPT-4, is continuously learning from a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF. This means humans are basically training it by reviewing its outputs and providing feedback, which the model uses to refine and improve. But as these AIs advance, their mistakes get subtler, harder to catch. That's the gap Critic GPT aims to fill. This tool, also based on GPT-4, acts as an extra layer of scrutiny, catching slip-ups that might elude human reviewers. And it's not just theoretical. The practical results are here, and they're impressive. Data shows that human reviewers equipped with Critic GPT perform better by 60% when assessing ChatGPT's code outputs compared to those going it alone. Essentially, Critic GPT significantly ups the accuracy of AI-generated code by pinpointing errors more effectively. Training Critic GPT follows a similar path to ChatGPT's, but with a unique twist that makes all the difference, which I'm going to tell you about now. So here's how OpenAI cranked up the efficiency of their new Critic GPT. The team had AI trainers intentionally mess up the code generated by ChatGPT by inserting errors. Then they tagged these mistakes to give the AI some feedback. This hands-on training was all about tuning Critic GPT to spot and critique these errors with razor-sharp accuracy. And guess what? When put to the test, Critic GPT's critiques were actually preferred over ChatGPT's in a whopping 63% of cases dealing with real, naturally occurring bugs. The reason? Critic GPT isn't just throwing around minor, unhelpful complaints or nitpicks, those small errors and issues that tend to happen fairly often. And it's way less likely to imagine issues that aren't even there. Digging deeper into the research, it turns out that reviewers...
Okay, we'll have more on that, but that's another development, another wrinkle in the ongoing development of ChatGPT 4.0. So, thank you for being with us today. Try to join us every day. We're on at noon until 12:30 here on Ocean 7. We take a look at the world of high tech. We take a look at the world of AI as it rapidly moves into our lives. And ChatGPT 4 is a great tool, and that's kind of what we've been bringing forward every day, including our interview with Alfred every day, talking to him about some of the things at the apothecary. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yesterday is yesteryear. Set your sights for tomorrowland. Future Shock is here to help you make your stand.
Ready, set,